Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from Machenike. This is the Machenike KG98 tri-mode mechanical gaming keyboard. You can hook this up either wired USB, 2.4 gigahertz wireless dongle, or Bluetooth wireless. This still retains the number pad on the right hand side, but it is shrunk down to save space on your desk. We're going to dig into this now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's take a look at everything that comes in the box with the KG98. The first thing is going to be a fold out here that we have in multiple languages. So this is going to be your user manual. This will allow you to see some of the function keys, how to hook things up via Bluetooth, 2.4 gigahertz wireless, and it does offer a few different languages. So if English is not your first language, you won't have to worry here, but here are all your function key layouts. I'll try to leave some of these up here for you at this point in the video so that you can check them out as well. And then some specs I'll also try to leave up here so that if I miss anything, you guys can come back to this point in the video and you can check it out. Hopefully I can get that in focus for you. So again, handy to have. Hold on to this just in case you do need to reference it. You will have some information in there that will help you get started with the keyboard. Now we do get a keycap and switch puller with this because of course you can remove all of the keycaps and replace them with ones that you would like if you don't like the default ones. You can also replace the switches as well. You can see that we do have a few of the switches that come pre-installed on this particular model. These are the purple and gold linear switches. These are 3-pin switches, but you can use any 3 or 5-pin switches that you would like. So they do give you a few extra in the box if you do need to switch one out or one happens to go bad on you. Now we do have a data cable / charging cable for the 8,000 milliamp battery that is inside this. Is a USB type A to USB type C cable. Again, this is a tri-mode mechanical keyboard, so you can use this to charge the battery or run it in wired mode, but you also have 2.4 gigahertz and Bluetooth connections as well. Do have that KG98 logo from Machenike on the front here. And again, 98 key keyboard. You do retain that number pad on the right hand side, but it is shrunk down. So you're going to save some space on your desk. If you take a look at the right hand side here, we've got a volume up and down slider and a mute if you push it in. And then next to that, we've got a tri-mode switch. The middle section being USB or wired mode. The section at the top is going to be for Bluetooth, and all the way down at the bottom is going to be for 2.4 gigahertz wireless. Now, looking around the keyboard itself, on the back, you're going to see on the left-hand side, that is our magnetic slot for our 2.4 gigahertz wireless. And of course, we have that USB Type-C connection in the back. Overall, this deck is nicely made here, and it is definitely solid. On the bottom, we do have dual stage levelers for different heights so that you can get that height that you like here for your typing angle, and you do have some nice feet to hold it in place on your desk. Taking a closer look at the switches here, you can see that we've got the purple gold linear switches. I do have their specs up on the screen for you. They have south-facing RGB and come pre-lubed from the factory. Again, they are linear and are made with a palm stem, enhanced hi-fi acoustics, and high translucency. You can see here that they are very nice looking, and again, the south-facing RGB is really good if you're going to replace your keycaps, which we're taking a look at now. You can see that these are going to be double shot PBT keycaps that you can pretty much replace with any profile of keycaps that you would like. So if you do want to switch these out, you can. These are not shine through keycaps, but if you're going to replace them with shine through keycaps or side shine through, you do have that south facing RGB to illuminate that. As for RGB, we've got quite a lot of RGB functions here. Using function and shift, we can change through all of the modes. We've got about 15 or 18 different modes here that you can switch through. I'm not going to show you every one of them, but I do want to cycle through a bunch just to kind of show you. And once we get to one where we really like it, you can use another key combination, function enter, to change it to a solid color. So if I like this one, I can use function and enter, and that will change it to a solid red. And then we can cycle through all of the colors. We've got green, blue, we've got yellow, purple, we've got kind of a white there, and then of course our RGB is back as well. Now we can use function up and down to adjust the brightness, and it has 4 stages of brightness. You'll see that all of the indicators will let you know when you're at the highest or lowest settings. So you got 4 stages of brightness here with the function up and down arrows. Function left and right arrows will slow down the animations, and again, it will blink 3 times when you're the slowest or the fastest animation. So there you go. You've got your left and right, up and down, and function shift to change modes, and function enter to change color. Now, I did want to mention that you do have some ambient lighting on the sides, this LED strip that will be changed with what you're going to be doing here with your RGB. So you do have those on the sides. They're hard to see from the front, so I did just want to mention that they are there. Taking a look at the software, this is the software for Windows, USB plugged in, and you can see that we have the full layout of our keyboard here. On the left-hand side, we do have our configurations where we can add different configurations if we want to. We can delete them, import them, export them. And then you have your default keyboard setup, function layer 1, function layer 2, and tap layer. And you can see that we can select any key that we would like. So we'll take the T key, we can highlight that, and then we can change it to any other key if we want to. We can do mouse inputs for that key if we would like to as well. We can do multimedia keys like play and pause, previous track, next track, volume up and down, brightness controls, calculator, desktop, things like that. We do have a full macros that we can add to this. We do have other commands like lock our computer, lock Windows key, reset, or we can make it unassigned, which means that it won't register at all. We have combination keys with Control, Win, Alt, and Shift as well. So going back, we've got advanced keys like our function keys, numpad keys, modified keys as well. So you can really drill down to this, select a certain key, and make this function exactly the way you want it to. So that is excellent for customizing this. If we go a little bit further into this, we do have our LED modes here. And again, we've got several different ones we can choose from for our lighting effects. And we can choose the one that we like. And then we have our brightness here on this. We can also turn it completely off. We've got 4 stages of brightness that we can adjust, as well as 4 stages of speed. We do have our color here. If we uncheck colorful, which will be our RGB, we can use the wheel to pick a color if we want. We can use the palette, or we can add the RGB value in here and make it any color we would like. And then we can use the save button on the right-hand side to save it to the keyboard. Very simple and very easy here with a lot of options. We also have a music reaction mode here, which is nice. We've got about 10 different music reactions that we can select. Once we turn this on, we can change our brightness from 5 stages. We can change the color. We can change the audio gain as well. So if you want to change the gain on this, you can. You can go from 2 all the way down to 0.5, and then you can adjust your smoothness from 4 to 12 as well. So you can change the color that it will show when it detects music or media being played on your PC, and then you'll have these different modes that you can try out. So it's nice to have this music mode enabled here. If you like that sort of thing, you can mess around with that as well. Now, of course, we have a full macro suite here where we can import, export, delete, and create macros. And then once we can save them, we can record them here and then save them. And then, of course, we can assign them back here on the main page under macros and assign those to any key that we would like as well under the macros tab. So this is excellent for making up your own macros for your needs. Now, under settings here, we've got our device model, firmware version, software version, the language, whether we want the program to launch on startup of your system. And when you click the X button, whether you want it to minimize or exit, we can turn our tap on here from a sensitivity of 10 to 127. We do have a sleep mode here, and this is great for saving battery life in Bluetooth mode or 2.4 gigahertz. We can go from 20 minutes all the way down to 30 seconds to help save battery mode in those wireless modes. We do have our debounce here. The default is 2-stage, and you can set this from 1 to 5 stage, depending on whether you're doing office work or gaming. And then you can reset everything back to factory settings if you need to. So that's an overview of the Machenike KG98 drivers for Windows. Again, you'll have to be plugged in via USB to access the program, but it offers a nice customization of your keyboard. So there you go. That's my review of the Machenike KG98 tri-mode mechanical gaming keyboard. The software that comes with this really makes this customizable to really make the keyboard your own, which I really like. The typing experience out of the box on this with the purple gold linear switches is excellent. It's got great acoustics to it and feel when you're just generally typing and gaming, of course. It's got a nice RGB suite to go with it as well, and tri-modes. So you can hook this up to a USB, a 2.4 gigahertz dongle, or Bluetooth devices and switch back and forth between them with that handy little switch on the upper right-hand side of the keyboard. Overall, I'm definitely going to give this one a thumbs up. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.